If you have ever used Dark and Lovely, Just Kids, Olive Miracle, whether by choice or not, if you know, you know, then this video is for you. You are a victim, my friend. A very fun fact, relaxer was actually invented by a man in 1909. It was invented when he was actually trying to create a product that could actually straighten men's beards, and he accidentally created the creamy crack instead. Oh no! If you have no idea what a relaxer is, don't worry, that's why you're watching this video. A hair relaxer is a chemical treatment that permanently straightens curly or even coily hair by breaking down the protein bonds in each strand. And once it's done, the change is permanent. You can grow your hair out and then cut it. That's like the only way to actually unpermanent. Perm, get it? Okay, that was bad. That was really, oh my god. One thing about relaxers that I've come to realize is a lot of people don't actually know what you shouldn't do when you're getting a relaxer done, or even after, the aftercare. It's very important. But also, if you didn't know already, it has a lot of chemicals. Matter of fact, I don't even think it has water. I'm not judging. My mama put relaxer on my hair too, and I still use relaxer every now and then. I'm not gonna lie. I'm part of that crew as well.
Don't let this fake hair fool you.
As I mentioned, there's a lot of things you shouldn't do when you get a relaxer or even before a relaxer. One is scratching your scalp. I learned this the hard way because relaxer was applied on my scalp and it literally burned. Yes, I survived. Here I am telling my story, but the burn is that of somebody scratching you and putting salt, maybe even worse. It feels like your scalp is on fire and it's about to penetrate into your brain. Maybe I'm dramatic and I'm exaggerating it, but that is my experience, so who are you to question it? And a very huge one is do not by any means go running or jogging, or just don't be outside in the heat after you have a relaxer on, because heat plus your relaxer plus moisture is a disaster waiting to happen. And another one people always fall for is bleaching their hair first and then putting a relaxer. That's chemicals on chemicals and you will lose your hair. And I think one of the most important ones that are often overlooked, was overlooked when I was younger, luckily I didn't get an allergic reaction, is a patch test. So go behind the ear or where nobody else will see and just patch test that area to make sure that you're not allergic to the chemicals. And make sure you do it 24 to 48 hours before that. And I'm gonna say right now before somebody comments it, having an afro is beautiful. I have an afro, struggle fro maybe, a afro in progress, and it gets rough. What works for you works for you. Rock your afro if you want to. I think it's honestly beautiful, or get relaxed hair if you want to, but just know that there's a lot of danger that comes with relaxing your hair if you're not doing it correctly. And of course, you can go to a salon and they can do it for you. I've honestly always had it done for me by my mom, and now I'm doing it myself. I don't do it all the time, maybe once every 6 months. No, once every like 7, 8. I said that like it's gonna be dramatic. Once every 6, wait. Once every 7 months, get it right. Just know what you're doing and have a backup plan in place just in case things don't go the right way. The only negative I've ever experienced was the burning, and I've since kind of conquered it. AKA if it starts tingling, I just wash it off. I don't care if it's fully relaxed or not, but that's just me. That's just me. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, I want to jump into videos of people using relaxers and them going wrong. Let's check it out.
This is what happens when you work out the same day you're doing a relaxer refresh. And even though you let your hair cool down, you let your body cool down, your pores are still open. It literally burnt my scalp. Took my hair out in the places where the pores were the hottest. My scalp is ashy, and I'm gonna have to hope and pray that my hair comes back. We're about to shave this off though, because ain't no more saving this. As you can see, it's the same in the back. All of this is saved. RIP.
Before I forget, if you have a bad relaxer story time, please drop it down or send me a DM on Instagram and I will kindly come over here, leave you anonymous, of course, if you don't want your name out there, and share your story. I'm not laughing at your pain, but as soon as you said whoop, It looked like a lollipop that had hit the ground. Y'all know I'm gonna put an image right here. Honestly, I'm glad that you said you're not gonna try to recover the hair and you're just gonna shave it off, because I know there's a lot of women that will probably try to recover that little bitty hair that's left on top of your scalp. It's okay to start afresh. Sometimes it happens when you least expect it. I've had it happen to me, not with relaxer. But we're not going to talk about that. Not going to laugh at me today. I'm going to laugh at everybody else that just makes the wrong decisions. But yes, as I mentioned before, do not go running, jogging, or walking. You can try to let your body cool down and everything, but sometimes you don't rinse your hair as much as you think you should. And it shows. So give yourself about 24 to 48 hours before you do any form of exercises, just to be safe. And also, I don't know if I said it in the beginning, but don't relax your hair and then a couple of weeks later relax it again. You'll lose it. And before we move on to the next lady, because I know there's gonna be that one comment, there's always that one comment. She's like, what's wrong with going bald? Absolutely nothing. But there's nothing wrong with being bald. But if you're not expecting to go bald, then that's a different story. The text on this video says, POV, you never had a relaxer before in your life and showed up to the salon with freshly washed hair, plus asked for your hair to be dyed black on the same day. The fact that the salon probably did that and your hair survived. See, sometimes the professionals don't professional like they're supposed to. Never get your hair dyed and relaxed in the same day. She does have a second video and it seems like her hair was recovered. Someone commented, no way your hair survived this. I need to see the results.
Hey guys, so yes, I still have hair on my head. It's officially been a week since the relaxer and dye duo traumatic experience that I had. So I just wanted to come in here and give you guys an update. First of all, I did not make that video to bash the stylist. I made it to laugh at what I considered my own mistake, but in the comments you have clearly helped me to see the role that she's played in it as well. But there's no hate to her. I'm not here to do that. It is what it is. Like, at the end of the
I feel like there's no hate because damage wasn't caused. Well, we haven't heard the full story, but I feel like if you would have lost your hair, it would have been a different story. Anyway.
day, I asked her to do both and she did. Yes, all of you are saying she shouldn't have done that, and I actually had my cousin literally call me and she was so upset, and that's when I realized how bad it actually was. So I'm really thankful that I still have hair on my head. Yeah. Also, as I said in the caption, it was my very first relaxer. Like, I did not know any better. I mean, I guess you could say shame on me for not doing more research. But to be fair, she was recommended to me and I had hoped that she just knew what she was doing. And honestly, if she told me not to get that done, I wouldn't have. So there is that too. Anyway, also, if you're wondering why I washed my hair, I washed it because my hair was flat pressed before going to the appointment. And in my head, it made sense that my hair needed to be curly before getting a relaxer. Also, I definitely did have scabs. I didn't pick them. So thanks for all the tips on that. I did not pick them. I knew better. They were really tender. Like, I had a big chunk of scabs here, big chunk of scabs here, and like at the back of my head, it was just not it. Thankfully you couldn't see it, but I could definitely feel it and my hair was sticking to my scalp. So yeah. But since then I've washed my hair and treated it. I'll show you the products I actually used. I have been oiling it and yeah, I did a wash and deep condition and my scalp feels so much better since. So I'm thankful for that. To wash and deep condition, I used the Care Anti-Dandruff Moisturizing Shampoo and Conditioner and I deep conditioned with it and it felt amazing. And since then, my hair has felt so much better. The scabs lifted off with ease. And yeah, I've just been treating it since then really gently. This is actually my first time styling it completely on my own. And I'm pretty proud because I'm not good with like heat tools and all that. Like when I tell you I'm a baby to this. But all this to say, I'm okay. And I thank you guys for all the tips. And I'm still looking into them. I'm still going to be doing a lot for my scalp as much as possible. And worst case, I'm already like... my hair's really short, so if I have to cut off more, I don't really care. It's summer. I was going for a short look anyway, so I'm okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. But yeah, it's all love over here. It's all jokes. I can laugh about it now, and I learned from my mistake. Simple as that.
If I never emphasize enough, I'll always say this. Do your research, whether it's some type of at-home skincare, at-home whatever, or even seeing a doctor, or even going to a professional. Make sure you do some research on them because it could quite literally make or break you. I'm glad that everything turned out well, but it could have been worse. And I've seen stories where it is worse. And when she was talking about the scabs on the scalp, I know some of y'all have experienced that with the relaxer, where your hair feels like it's melted into the scab and into your head. And I don't know about you, but when that happened, it's a burn. It's a chemical burn. The relaxer was probably on there too long or something was done wrong. I used to pick at that. And I know I'm not the only person that did that. I used to actually enjoy having those little crisp crisp. I'm sorry. Sometimes I surprise myself, but having those little that sounds horrific. The scabs, I'd like picking them after. It was like a thrill, like a little fidget thing. Oh my, okay. I've said too much. Let's jump into the next video. So what this lady's doing is relaxing her box braids at the bottom, the growth, in order to make it seem more sleek than what it is. And then a few moments later, she's seeing the results, and I guess she's happy with it. I mean, she's smiling.
Stop lying. What is it? My hair! My hair is out. Oh my gosh, my ends. This was the worst thing ever. But they are not bad. Right?
But
Yeah? Wait, let me see. Oh my gosh, my hair is relaxed. It's not bad. When I brush it, it won't show.
Once you take those braids out, I hope it's a different story, but realistically, I feel like you're gonna lose a lot of hair. There's just no way you fully washed that relaxer. So I'm very curious as to how that turned out. Moving on. Why are you using that little bitty comb? Use an afro comb if you really want to comb the hair out during relaxer. Do not use that little rat tail comb. It's gonna do nothing but eat your hair up. And also, this may be a me thing, but detangle your hair before you put relaxer. Don't put any products. Just literally detangle it.
This is why you have to leave certain things alone. Me go pick up myself and say me I go cream up my ear by myself. My first time doing it. My mother always cream me ear. Janelle, you can't really cream out your ear. You don't need no body.
Why are you parting the hair with that part? Part it with the tail. Am I the only person that does that? It breaks the hair. Your hair already looks damaged. I'm not even trying to sound rude. It's just true. Her hair looks damaged.
Out of my scalp no bun up. Yeah. I'll down her ear root. I'll go down in her ear. I'll forehead. I'll scalp back. I'll head top. I'll down her head. This is the first time I'm using.
So if you don't know, you're supposed to put Vaseline around your scalp as well as where you parted the hair so that it doesn't burn. And relaxer isn't really supposed to, well, not really. It isn't supposed to touch your scalp. It's supposed to work just as dye works, where you put it right over here up at the roots, because your hair is assumed already relaxed. So you're just relaxing the roots without doing your best not to touch your scalp. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna touch your scalp unless it's somebody else doing it for you. Somebody that knows what they're doing. Anyway.
In this cream, we usually use one next big jug yellow buckle one. But you know, say instructions. Me say, no, I don't need no instruction. But me say,
that was your mistake right there, actually. If it is your first time and you don't read the instructions, that's on you. I do that now because I know how to relax hair, but that's on you.
yeah, you need the instruction because you don't know what I do. So I'm opening up everything, giving you guys a little aesthetical mix up what if you mix up and put in what if you mix up. A real chemist this and that. As you can see, I was really taking my time, do my little comb motion. Then all of a sudden the comb just disappear upon me. I'ma just lose patience and then things just start turn left. I think Janelle, just hurry up before your hair start burn you. I thought my skin was gonna peel off. I cream my hair from me a little pitney and the chemical touching my skin, one of the worst thing what could have happened to me. Guys, tell the truth, it's kinda giving when me see piece of hair like I say, oh God, around and found out. Like, this was really giving process, or so I thought. Kundal reached out to me and said, hey girl, try this shampoo and conditioner, but in part 2.
If you're watching this, I hope it worked out. I'm sure it probably did. You're gonna lose a little bit of hair. That's with anything. Your hair sheds. That's just part of the game. But it doesn't seem like you actually lost a lot of hair. And the whole it ending up touching your scalp, because the comb was just not doing it for you, totally relatable. For as long as you get it cleaned up before it starts burning, that just sounds crazy, then you'll be fine.
Ain't nobody tell me nothing. Like, y'all, look at my thin ass hair. Like, I don't know what in my right mind told me to go get a freaking relaxer. Look at my hair. Like, look at my hair. Look at how she putting it on my roots. Like, y'all, I was so scared the entire time. And I kept saying, oh my gosh, I really think my hair is too thin for this. I don't know. And I mean, hey, as hairstylist, you know, because I'm a Houston hairstylist / braider, I'm a voice my opinion as a professional. And so I would expect her to say something too, but y'all, then she started to get the blow dry, and I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit better about this, because, baby, if we was gonna have to walk around with them strings on my hair, like, I don't know what the hell I was gonna do. And then she started blow drying a little bit more, and I'm like, okay, it's coming through. Then she whipped the flat iron out. I was like, okay. She also trimmed my hair and gave me some curls. So I got a relaxer, a trim, and a style for $150. Like, you can't beat that. But yeah, so this was not a relaxer gone wrong. This was a relaxer gone great. Like, I freaking love it. Like, look at them curls. She ate that up. She is a really sweet woman, really nice, and just kind-hearted, and you know, just go book with her if you were looking for a relaxer. Like, she did great. And then look at me. I ate it up too, you know?
And your hair looks absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me of the first time I got a relaxer done at a salon, and the fear of smelling the chemicals. You're pretty much smelling the burn for the first time. If you've gotten relaxer throughout the years, then maybe you don't smell it anymore, but I still smell it. And it makes you think like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this, because it does have very harmful chemicals and it could cause cancer. But then a lot of things could cause cancer, and here we are. Just to explain some of the main ingredients that are included in relaxers that are extremely harmful, it would be the sodium hydroxide, which is a lye, or the calcium hydroxide, which is a no lye. And those are extremely harsh ingredients. Some are even used in products like drain cleaners. And the chemicals don't just change your hair, they also irritate and burn your scalp. Not only do they irritate or even burn your scalp, but they cause shedding, and like you guys saw, sometimes even hair loss. That's how bad it is. And over time, repeated relaxer use can make your hair weak, it can make it dry, it can even cause it to break. And there are also concerns about long-term health effects such as hormone disruption and increased risk of fibroids. Bet some of y'all didn't know that. So no matter how much a brand tries to label it as a strong conditioner, it is a bunch of chemicals that are very harmful to humans and should be used very safely. That could be said for dye as well as other relaxers out there that I haven't mentioned. So just be careful. Before we jump into the next video, I just want to give a shout out to all my Anti-Delulu Den members. Thank y'all so much for supporting the channel each and every day and showing me love, as well as the comments. Y'all are on it. And if you want to be part of that, make sure you hit the join button for as long as you're not broke. If you are, please don't get FOMO. You'll be okay.
Now, if you look closer, you can tell that she had a relaxer, but whoever the stylist was, they missed parts of her hair. So it's straight at the roots, and then at the ends it's still natural. Well, in the middle is natural, at the very ends is straight. That means if she wants to continue to be relaxed, she would have to go get a correctional relaxer to relax the whole strand so it can be one texture. But this need to be cut.
I don't know if a professional did that, but if the professional did do that, they need to go back to class, because that's not how you do it. If you're gonna use relaxer, make sure you do it the right way and make sure that you wear your gloves. I'll see you guys next time.